Greg, welcome back onto the red carpet roundtable. We had technical difficulties, but would you please introduce yourself again to everybody, how you got into the entertainment industry?
Yeah, yeah. I'm happy to be here. How I got into the entertainment industry, mainly, I never really wanted to be an actor. I actually was streaming video games like everybody else in America during COVID, and the whole streaming community, like I was streaming on Twitch, and the whole streaming community that was watching me and viewing, they were like, "You should make TikToks and all this stuff," and I was like, no, because like the hips and the dancing and the trends, I can't keep up. But I did eventually cave, and I made some TikTok videos, and they were pretty good. There were some nice little skits and here and there about playing a video game, and my fiance talking smack about me playing a video game. But once COVID died down, I went to LA to visit my dad, and he was like, "You should do you should do the acting thing. You should act." And I was like, nah, I don't want to be an actor. And and he was like, well, think about it. It was just I was only there for the weekend and I was coming back home. So by Sunday, after seeing all the billboards and seeing all like the ads for like all the different campaigns and the movies, I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. So I started acting shortly. As soon as I got back to Arizona from California, I hit the ground running. So I was like Googling acting classes and doing my research, and I've been doing it ever since.
Wow. And of course, you're going to be in a lead role, is that correct?
Yeah, yep.
Let's talk about that, and can you tell the audience a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I'm the lead actor in a TV series called Facade. I play the character Andrew. So we just finished shooting the pilot episode. We had a premiere here in Phoenix December 9th, and it was a really, really nice turnout. We had over 500 people come and check out the premiere, like a private event. I don't know how private 500 people were, but it was pretty private. And then we began shooting episode two, maybe towards the end of, because I just got the script for it, maybe towards the end of February going into March. So yeah, it's very exciting, and I'm
That's
ready to
absolutely
work.
amazing, and I hope people will see it and hope it's out on the streaming network and everything. So,
Appreciate that.
um, and I want to dig into what gets you into character.
Yeah. Really just first and foremost is studying, doing your homework, memorizing the lines. Because the more you read the script, things change. So like if you read it only once and you read it the third, by the time you get to the fifth time of reading that script, your whole
Hmm.
if you were going this way the first time, you're definitely going this way by the fifth time you read it. So the more you read it and kind of like dissect it and really immerse yourself in the script, certain choices, certain things you'll do are going to change. So I just recommend just really doing the homework and then from there, now thinking outside the box. Okay, if this was the first thought that I had for on my fifth, say I read it five times, this is the first thought that came in my head. Everyone else thought that for the first time. So what else could I do that would make it to where everyone else didn't think of doing that?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hmm.
I want to dig into this curious question is, would you rather lose all your memories or never be able to make new ones?
Hmm. I would rather not be able to make new ones
Okay, and why is that?
because the memories that I have is what made me the person I am right now. So if it would suck not being able to, make new memories. It would suck, but I wouldn't be me if I didn't have
Hmm.
what I already have.
Yeah, that's powerful because it's the
Yeah.
memories that bring us who we are, where we are now. as a
Yep.
person or a human being. And
Hmm.
that's the truth. You absolutely
Yep.
said that. It's better to keep the old ones. It sucks making new memories, but at least you're keeping only the old ones that you can
Yeah.
always rewind to. Brings memory.
Hmm.
And it's a very touching topic like that because that's it brings back memories and we have memories in our life that we go back to and we're like, wow, this is where I was 5 years ago, and you never thought you see yourself here, or never thought I see myself, like you said, be an actor, or like your
Yeah.
dad said, do this, and you're thinking you may go back and 5 years down the road and you come back where you were and you're like, wow, I never thought I wanted to see be myself an actor. So
Yeah.
that's a true point right there. You said, keep them old memories, don't make new ones. That's a sacrifice, but it's
The
the truth.
sacrifice, cool. But you wouldn't be who you are because all the goods and the bads that you've already done,
Hmm.
you lived a life and you want to remember what you lived through. So,
Yep, that's how we learn in life.
hmm.
I want to talk about what's the most pivoted moment in your career.
Most pivotal moment. I'd say when I finally decided to do this full time.
Hmm.
It was I just I f- it was crazy because I was working from home. I was working for Progressive and I got an audition for Jersey Mike's. I didn't know it was going to be a national commercial. I was just auditioning for everything, just like every other actor. And I was like, Jersey Mike's, okay. So I put in my PTO for like, a couple hours, maybe like 3 hours, just so I can drive all the way on the other side of town. It was in Scottsdale, so like 30 minutes away. And I drove all the way over there, did the audition, drove back, clocked back into work, and then I got a phone call from I normally you don't hear back from an audition. Like it might be a
Hmm.
couple
Hmm.
days, it might be a week. Uh, but I got a phone call within 30 minutes from the moment so it's about 30-minute drive, so about 45 minutes. I just got settled in, I got my headphones on, I'm logging back into work, and I get a call from like a random number, like, hey Greg, are you busy? I know you just left, but can you come back? I come back. Yeah, yeah, come back. I don't know. It was already like in my head. I'm like, I think I got this because no, it's never happened before. And drove back. They had me do the audition with a couple other people. And then I left, and then they was like, "All right, Greg, I was like, it's a little different." And by the time I got home, like 2 days later, then I got a call saying that I booked the Jersey Mike's job. And at one point, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to be the Jersey Mike's guy," and I was. I was. I was a Jersey Mike's guy for a little while, and then Danny DeVito came in, but um, it was nice, and then that was able to, get me to jump over the edge and do this full time. So that would be the
That's
most pivotal point in my
that's
career.
amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um, Memorizing lines. Does your fiance help you memorize lines, or do you do it on your own? Because I know a lot of actors have brothers or sisters, mom and dad, or family members help them read lines. For example, here, hand me this, read this line to me, and I'm having your partner's like, hold this other paper, and you read this line, and then I read this line, or something like that to help you memorize lines. What's your technique, and does your fiance help you? If so, that's how, or if not, that's great. But I mean, both ways I say is great, or because you're memorizing your own and memorizing the other way too. So, what's
Yeah.
your role?
So yeah, she helps every once in a while. If she has time, but I use I have two different methods to memorizing. The first one is an app called Code Read, and like I pay for the subscription and all this stuff, but basically I'm able to input the other characters' lines in, and then I can say my lines, and then so on and so forth. So we're having like a whole back and forth. with like either my voice as the other person or like an AI generated voice as the other person. And then I'm just saying the lines like we're having a conversation, but with myself through the phone. Or like for facade and for instance, in the show, I actually, for each line, I actually like write down the first letter of each word in that line. So if it's let's go to the store, then it's L, for let's, G, go, T, to, T, and then so on and so forth. So I write that out as more of like a cheat sheet if I'm like forgetting or if I'm dropping the ball on certain lines, because I want to make sure for the most part, when it comes down to shooting, that I'm prepared for one, but I'm also flexible because a lot of actors, I feel like when they do memorize lines, they say them in a certain cadence
Mm-hmm.
to where when they deliver the line, it sounds like they're reading off of the paper or reading from the script. So, um, I like to change it up that way. That's why I do the two different versions of studying the words, because now I'm able to kind of adapt on the fly. And then sometimes I play with it. I like it to have fun. So I'll say it in an accent for some reason, or I'll just say it like, I don't know, if I'm out with my friends versus with a boss at work, or
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
say it in these different ways, same words, but you say it like you're speaking to completely different people.
Right.
And when it comes to filming, it sounds natural. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I, I,
what I
I
do.
totally get it. I gotta ask, for yourself, um, being an actor and everything, is what have you noticed the most challenging aspect for auditions? And I have a two-phase question with that. Follow-up is, do you like audition on Zoom or do you like it in person? And I know Zoom is the new way. And I know a lot of older actors. Hang on, everybody. Everybody's been like, wait a minute. No, I'm not calling anybody old, but because back in the days, you had to go in person for Zoom. But no, what's so great with Zoom is you don't have to drive so far. So,
Mhm.
in your opinion, Mr. Greg, what have you noticed the challenges of your audition, and what do you think about in person or in Zoom?
For me, auditioning is mainly just I guess the most difficult part is finding a reader sometimes. Cold read helps with that, but then also like I have a few acting friends. If my fiance, she's home during the time, then she'll be the reader. So that's mainly the most part, most I guess the most difficult or most challenging part. Because even with the reader, sometimes like the reader does a little much. Like they may, I don't know, they may do like an accent, or they may be overly just read the words for me, please. That'd be nice. And then let me act. I'll do the acting, you just do the reading. Um, but other than that, yeah. And when it comes to the second part of the question, um, I came into acting when it was already like a self-tape world. So I was kind of used to being, virtual or being just do your self-tape, send it in. But I never shied away from going in person either. Like I like being in person, just because I can kind of get a sense of a vibe of like how they feel or what are they going through when you first walk in, or whoever you, because then you can kind of cheat. Like if you're able to hear, like if I'm in the waiting room when someone else is audition, I'm able to hear what they're doing. I'm also able to probably hear if the casting director laughed, or if they were really quiet, or certain cues
Hmm.
you can pick from being in person. But I'm okay with being online too.
I agree. Online is the way. Zoom is the way.
Yeah.
Uh, um, uh, as yourself, Greg, I know we talked about your upcoming project. I want to dig back into that, but any other upcoming project that you are working on or we can discuss that you're
Yeah.
allowed?
Yeah, it was I'm doing a SAG mini series right now. We're just looking for some dates because hopefully we can get it filmed pretty quick before I start the Facade TV show, like the episode 2, and we can get that going. But yeah, right now it's just those two, and then I'm working with a film with Marilyn as well. For it's called Rim, and that one where it's a lot of action and a lot of stuff going on. So that one's gonna be nice. That one's
I'm
gonna
so
be
excited. And shout out to Marilyn. She
yeah.
recommended you to be on my show, and she's absolutely amazing person, and
Hmm.
I love her personality, and I'm so excited about the film she's going to be working on. So
Yeah, absolutely. Me
I'm
too.
so happy. So, um, for yourself, is there any hidden talents that nobody knows about except your family?
Hidden talents. That I can play almost every sport. Almost every sport I can play. I'm mainly a basketball player, but like growing up, my dad and my mom, they put us through like every sport that we could think of because my dad played professional basketball, but they didn't really want to force us onto like playing basketball. So most people don't know that I can actually play almost every sport. Only thing
Wow.
I think the only one I can't, what I'm about to learn is golf.
Okay. I could never play golf. I mean, I could, but it's to me, I know this sounds horrible. Any golf players might be think I'm crazy. I just can't do it. I just can't just stand there and just hit the ball.
Yeah,
And just
yeah.
I'm a football player too. I mean, like football,
Mm-hmm.
you like you run,
That's the
catch the
ball.
ball, and you're running, you're running, running, running. But
Yeah.
golf is or basketball, right? It's different. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, I get that because it was like because I we played so many sports, like we did so many different things. I mean, obviously nowadays sports is like you can there's pickleball. So obviously I never played pickleball, but there's a lot of newer sports and sports I didn't play, but I played like a majority of a lot of.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm excited to learn golf though.
That's good. I'm so happy.
Hmm.
Um, if you weren't an actor, what would you be doing?
Well, before I was an actor, I was training to fill because I was going to play professional basketball. I signed with an agent and all that stuff to play overseas. And then when it didn't pan out, when it didn't work, because right after I signed, like I want to say maybe a year later, COVID happened. So there wasn't much cushion for what like I can actually do to see if it would work out. But I would probably lean into boxing.
Okay.
So that was one of the my next step because I went from cost I was working for Progressive and then right before like COVID happened I started doing my boxing journey. So I like got me like a heavy bag and I was training at Title Boxing Gym and yeah, it was a whole thing. So I probably would have been competing in boxing by now.
Wow, boxing.
Yeah.
Isn't boxing such a dangerous sport?
It is, but it's really therapeutic and it's very good on your body as far as conditioning and cardio.
Okay.
I don't think yeah, all of my years of playing basketball, never felt like that after boxing. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, there's no way.
Wow.
There's no way. But yeah, and just having that
Okay.
sense of security, kind of within yourself too, like the sense of security of like, hey, like I can protect the household, and things like that. It was nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I get it. Um, as an actor yourself, and what is your dream genre role? Do you see us doing a horror movie, an action movie, sci-fi movie, I mean, a murder movie or a TV show, a police officer, a detective, um, fantasy like Harry Potter? What's your, as Greg, imaginary, if you had an opportunity that your dream role came true, what role would that be?
I have two.
I'm listening. Let's hear it.
Okay. So the first one, I'm a huge like horror fan. I
Okay.
love Michael Myers. That is my boy. So I would have to be in like a Michael Myers film. I
Okay.
would
Okay.
not just be in it. Like I need like we need to have that interaction, me and Michael. There has to be some sort of before he kills me. If he kills me, I just need to have a conversation first.
You want to be the type of guy that fights him.
Yeah, that's fine. I can fight him. I just want to have some dialogue, obviously in the film, but also like, hold on, this Mike? You know what I mean? I want to have that
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
conversation.
Okay.
But also I would love to be a superhero as well. So Static Shock or like Wally West, any type of speedster, anything like that. I'm definitely down. So one of those two. Hmm.
Okay. And who is your dream actor or actress you want to work with?
Dang. I have a lot of like a lot of actors that I like and I respect, but I don't know. Either gonna have to be Sandra Bullock or just because we're from the same hometown, had to be Jennifer Lawrence. And I don't see Jennifer Lawrence coming out of retirement. But if she does, or whatever she does, I would like to work with one of them too.
Yeah, those two are great, great
Hmm.
um, actors and actresses. And um, you know, in horror movies, I love Michael Myers, by the way. Great
Hmm.
movie. Um, Halloween. I mean, I've seen them all. So, which one of all those movies is your favorite?
Dang. I'll either go to the original John Carpenter, like the very first Halloween, or I'll do Halloween 2018. Um, the one of oh, if I had to pick out of them two, I'll go to Halloween 2018.
Okay.
That one was a good one. I like that one. I actually watched that one the most. So
That was my favorites too.
yeah,
100%.
I would just love to be like on a franchise like that to where it's like it's always going to be visible every single Halloween. Like
Yeah.
every Halloween, all of the Halloween films they show, they're on AMC, they're on all these platforms. So it's like, why not? Why not, join the franchise? So yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Join the franchise. Are you involved in any nonprofit organization or any like that?
Yeah, I work with Glow Frame Initiative out here in Phoenix, Arizona. The director Irock Daniels, he's the director of Facade. Facade was kind of the first running TV show that we all partnered and worked together to create. And yeah, we do wonderful things over there.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm so happy you're involved in an organization to help the community and,
Mhm.
let kids and young adults know about you and then your nonprofit organization. So, what's your message would you like to tell for any young upcoming actors and actresses out there who want to be an actor?
I would say that the business itself is tough. It's a lonely road, but if you really want to do it, you can do it. You just have to continue to do it. And you know what I mean?
Amen.
Like it's one of them things you just gotta go.
Yeah, courage. Keep the passion. Don't give up. Keep fighting. You know,
Exactly.
that is the truth about it. And it's tough, but we all realize when we do auditions, and even though if it's a no, it's not you. The
Hmm.
role is not for you. And everybody
Yeah.
has to remember that. And
Yeah.
all the cast members will remember you.
Yeah. And on top of that, it's like even if they say no, you already won because A, you got the audition. Most people never even got that audition. So you got it, so you already won. Second thing to it is maybe they just didn't they maybe it was because your hair color. It probably had nothing to do with
Yeah,
you what you did.
100%.
It could have been, oh, you're too tall. You know, just because it may be that thing. It might be, oh, just you may be a little bit bigger than
Hmm.
what we wanted to. So you never know. It could be the smallest thing. Oh, yeah, facial hair, and you weren't willing to shave it. Who
Yeah,
knows?
you never know.
Yeah.
100%. Never, never know. Well, Greg, where can everybody find you on social media?
Yeah, you all can find me at Greg Minor underscore on Instagram, and I'll see y'all there.
Well, Greg, thank you for coming on the Red Carpet Roundtable. I will love to have you back when your big project comes out, and I would love to hear everything else that you're doing. And I love supporting each other in the entertainment industry. We are a family, and that's
Absolutely.
what I love. So keep it up, Greg, and I can't wait to have you back.
Likewise. Can't wait to be back.
All right, thank you, Greg, and I will talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye bye.